What's up, everybody? UFC 297 is this weekend. It's good to have UFC pay-per-views back. It seemed like it took a while into the year, but it's just kind of the way that the days lined up. But it's a good time to have it to get the UFC year kicked off with their pay-per-view year get kicked off. 298, 299, and 300 are shaping up to be freaking awesome. I think this is going to be a little bit better than people think as well. So Du Plessis and Strickland are fighting. Anytime that you have a dominant champion like Adesanya lose their belt to somebody very unexpected, not like when he lost to Pereira, but to Strickland, who nobody thought would win, it creates a little bit of a watered down feeling. Like, is this guy really the champion? Is this guy really defending the belt? Kind of makes you question like what's really going on. I felt like that when Bisping won the title, and others too, not just Bisping. But Strickland won, and he got it done. And Strickland pisses a lot of people off. I think that he's what Colby Covington wishes he could be. He's like the real version of Colby Covington's alter ego, but his fighting skills are a little bit better. But I will say, at 296, him and Du Plessis had that little incident in the crowd, and I said it was a work. A work is a wrestling term, like a professional wrestling term for, a setup thing. It looks like two people are having an altercation and they get into it, but it was all set up. They all knew it was going to happen. It was acting. If it was a real fight, it's considered a shoot. I said from the very beginning that was a work. It was to get people interested. 296 was a big card. 298 is a big card. We need to draw people in. Let's get in the crowd and mix it up and make people think we don't like each other. First part of episode 3 of Embedded. Strickland and Du Plessis are cool. He's introducing his girlfriend. So, smart play by them, but it's a work. It was a shoot. It was a work. They're still going to fight. No matter what, they're going to go in there and try to beat each other up. I think it's going to be an interesting fight because they both have such weird styles that work for them. I don't really have a dog in this fight. Even though some people say like I should root for Strickland because he's American, but I don't really play that game. I like good fighters. I like good quality fights. I can't stand idiot fighters, which is why I am so hard on people like Misha Tate. So the one knock on Du Plessis, and we didn't see it in the Whitaker fight because he ended up finishing Whitaker, which is very hard and very impressive. We didn't see if he could go all 3 rounds, because before he's had cardio problems, and he says he had a nose surgery and got it all taken care of. We'll see how this fight goes. Strickland's not easy to put away. Strickland's very durable, and Strickland has really good cardio. So I think the later the fight goes, the more it favors Strickland. But I think Du Plessis has a little bit of an advantage on power. I think Du Plessis' ground game is probably 3 or 4 steps ahead because he's a really solid grappler. And I don't know why, but he looks like when he's in top position, he's very heavy. And I don't mean like he weighs a lot. I mean the way he shifts his weight makes you feel like the guy's a building on top of you. And that's how he's able to do damage and then end up setting up submissions. Or, in the case of Whitaker, creating enough damage that in the next round he knocks you down with a jab and is able to finish you. So I think Strickland's going to pull it off, but I wouldn't be surprised if Du Plessis does, because he is very dangerous and he's a very good fighter. And it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, and it'll be interesting to see the reaction from the rest of the middleweight division. The second title fight that we've got is Mayra Bueno Silva is fighting Raquel Pennington. Now, she was supposed to fight Juliana Pena, but Pena pulled out. And will still complain that she's not getting a title fight because Pena is an idiot and not even that good of a fighter. And as much as I love Amanda Nunes, I will always have a part of me that hates her for not training one day to fight Juliana Pena and letting that bitch get a title. Juliana Pena sucks as a fighter. She's a punching bag that just waits for you to get tired. And she's not even that good of a grappler. I can't stand her. She's going to be fighting Bueno Silva. Bueno Silva is going to beat Pennington. I like Pennington. Pennington is a durable, solid fighter, but she just doesn't have the it factor that can get her to the top of the mountain. And it's like that sometimes in any sport. If you take a look at professional sports, it's the strangest funnel of the best person on every team eventually having to go and play with and against the best people from their teams always growing up. And it's like, who's finally going to be the person that makes it to the top? Raquel Pennington can go and beat a lot of people in MMA, but when it comes time to get in the top 5, she always seems to falter. And I don't think this is going to be any different. I think Bueno Silva has a lot of upside. I don't think she's going to have a fatigue problem, and I think Bueno Silva is going to win the decision. Raquel Pennington is very hard to finish. She's very durable. She's very tough. Her wife is a very good fighter as well. I actually used to train with her wife a lot. So I think Bueno Silva wins the decision, and hopefully it's a good fight as well. So that's my predictions for 297. I'm not going to go into the rest of the card. It's not like a super stacked card. There's a couple of interesting fights, but nothing that I've really spent tons of time working on. And, you know, this is going to be the pay-per-view that kicks off one of the best years of the UFC. Dana White is stacking UFC 300 so deep, I almost wonder if he's going to quit after that. Like, it looks like if you were ever to go out with a bang, that would be how you go out with a bang. Hopefully it's not true. I think Dana's good for the UFC. He's not old. He's been doing it for a while, but it doesn't matter. He's living the dream. So, but maybe he wants to spend more time with his family. Maybe he wants some other things. Who knows? We'll see when we get there, and see you after Saturday.